Hi and welcome to the special episode of Old School Game Reviews. In this episode I will have a look at Nigel Mansell's World Championship and Street Racer for the Game Boy. Both games have been requested by Exobandits.
And we're gonna start with one of the best racing games ever, Nigel Mansell's World Championship.
Uh-oh, guess who's back? Sam, what the hell are you doing here again?
I'm here to tell Exobandits and everyone else to immediately get this game, cause otherwise they're gonna miss the greatest racing game for the Game Boy.
Alright. Or in other words, you're lying. As usual folks, don't listen to him, he's completely out of his mind. Let's just concentrate on the review now. I've selected a single race and I'm ready for a hard ride. Excuse me, but what is this? The cockpit and the map cover more than half of the screen, so you barely see where you're going. I'll be honest, this is giving me a headache already.
What the fuck are you talking about? The idea with the cockpit view is pure genius and adds to the challenge. It can't get any better.
Why am I not surprised that you're arguing with me again? This cockpit view doesn't add to the challenge, it's just distracting. And as I've already said, it's giving me a headache because it's so hard to see where you're going. Well, all complaints about the graphics put aside, now let's get on to the sound. The sound in this game is basically non-existent. All you hear is this bzzz. This sounds like a big fly and not like a racing car.
Something must be wrong with your ears, old school gamer 82. It's as realistic as it gets and much better than in these modern racing games.
Okay, I'm not asking what's wrong with you, Sam. On to the next problem, the controls. I don't know what it is, but it's very hard to actually control your car. Especially when you're driving through a corner, it's very difficult to stay on track, as you can see here. Of course, this is due to technical limitations of the hardware. Both Nigel Mansell and Street Racer are those typical "the engine doesn't move the car, it moves the environment around it" games. Let's get it straight to the point. Both the Game Boy and NES hardware just weren't capable of producing realistic race feeling. It wasn't until the PS1 Nintendo 64 era when this became possible. Anyway, compared to Street Racer, this game has one major problem. It's boring.
What are you complaining about? This game is so damn exciting, it's giving me shivers down my spine.
Well, then I'd suggest go play it, go play it, go play it. For everyone else, I would say, if you don't want to fall asleep while playing a game, avoid this at any cost. This game is another candidate for a special rating. Well, that's about it for this game. Let's get on to Street Racer. Street Racer is a classic Mario Kart style racing game on the SNES.
I never liked this game, especially not on the Super Nintendo.
Yeah, sure, it's a great game, Sam. Street Racer is one of the very few racing games I ever liked. Besides Mario Kart and maybe F-Zero. So let's see how well they have ported the SNES version to the Game Boy. It seems like all the common modes are present. Okay, then I will select head to head and do a single race. I've chosen a character and a track, and here we go. And I already see the first problem. Where the fuck is my driver? Controlling a black sprite on a mostly black road is pure genius. Okay, this is really annoying, and actually it already kills the fun for me.
Why? This looks way better than on the Super Nintendo.
Sam, would you just shut up? You don't know what you're talking about. Let's give this game a little speed boost. At least you got an external view here and the controls seem to be slightly better, so it's not that hard. And as you can see, I'm already in the first place. Still, it's not really funny. I mean, it's not a bullshit game, but it's pretty much standard. The graphics are a bit better than in Nigel Mansell, but apart from that, it's pretty much the same. Well, let's continue with the modes I always enjoyed playing on the Super Nintendo, Soccer and Rumble. I'm really curious to know how well this has been ported. Huh? It seems like I already scored a goal. But wait a second, What's up with the controls? Man, this is completely screwed up.
No it ain't. You're just too dumb to play it.
Sam, don't bother me. I don't know what they have done to the controls, but they really ain't good. I'm really sorry to say that, but this is bullshit. Alright, that's it, I'm done. On to Rumble. Hopefully at least this mode will be better. From what I see, this might be actually quite decent. The controls are much better than in soccer, and you actually see where you're going.
This mode is so unfunny, I wonder why they put it in at all.
Perhaps because they thought it's a nice change from the usual standard racing mode? Anyway, this is not bad, but it's still no comparison to the SNES version. If you're looking for a quite decent fun racing game on the Game Boy and you see it for a cheap price, well then you can buy it. I'm gonna conclude this review with the scores for both games. If I had a choice between the two, then I would definitely pick Street Racer.
You don't have a fucking clue. Go and play Nigel Mansell's World Championship.
Don't listen to this moron. Old School Gamer 82 says over and out until the next time.